Good morning. So welcome back after Memorial Day weekend. This is Tuesday, if you don't know. Sometimes it seems like it's a whole nother day of the week when we've had a holiday weekend. So it's not Monday, it's Tuesday. And of course we're going to do core and restore today. So let's get going. You don't need any equipment, we're just going to be doing a lot of variations of some plank work. And so when we do any movements that we do where you hold and sustain movements for any period of time, the goal is not necessarily to go until failure. Really the idea is to move as connected and controlled as you can, as long as you can and comfortable with, and push yourself as you need to. So then that way you're not just in a sense failing the movement, you're actually learning how to control and stabilize the movement. All right, so let's go ahead and start on the ground. Feet out in front. Chest is lifted, body is nice and tall. Think about the posture as you sit there, and then just nod the head. Chin up towards the sky, chin down towards your sternum without rounding. And you're not arching here, you're just sitting as tall as you can. See if you can get your feet flat to the ground. So if you need to widen out your feet, do so. Drop the chin in, or if you need to move the feet further away from the body and just your heels maybe are on the ground, that's fine as well. Do a couple more, drop your chin, and then lift the chin. And then again, drop the chin, and lift the chin. Take your hands to behind you, fingertips towards your backside, and lift your chest. Release the front of the arms, and then release the chest, and then again, lift the chest up. And then exhale, release the chest, and one more time, inhale, lift the chest up, and exhale, and then lift the chest up, nice and tall. And then release. Let's come all the way down, move your hips out of the way, just come down to those forearms, elbows slightly wider than the back, pull the shoulders wide, walk your feet in a little bit closer, and then bring your right knee up and left knee up. You're going to alternately drop one foot then the other. Keep the chest nice and tall. So watch that you don't sink, but you're also not arching. You've got 5 more each leg. Pause right when you get to the top. 4, 3 more. Last 2 here, right and left. And last one. Good. So hold those knees up. Slide your back down so the knees stayed elevated. Arms are wide at an A-frame. And let's drop both knees to your right and both knees center. Both knees to your left and center. To your right and center, and to your left and center. Think about keeping the opposite shoulder down as you drop those knees away from the midline of the body. And notice if you're moving around the rib wall as opposed to moving the pelvis to get the legs to drop. The difference will be is if when you look at the knees, one knee kind of shifts back and you don't create the stability across the top of both knees. The other thing you can do is you can drop the heels so the heels aren't perched up too high, so you're not trying to use your quadriceps to do this movement, but you're really trying to move around the midline of the body. 2 more to really engage those obliques. The obliques are where the powerhouse of all movements kind of come from, rotation, those powerhouse movements. 1 more, and pause. Kind of just like we did when you were sitting up, alternately changes. Keep the pelvis nice and level. Think of lowering the foot slowly so that your back is not arching off the ground. So in Pilates, this would be called changes. And then this would be almost like a half dead bug. You can use your breath. So as you exhale and not compress your rib cage, but make sure that your rib cage isn't lifting up as you lift and lower the leg. 2 more. Right leg down and left, and again right leg down and left. Go ahead and place both feet onto the ground. Circle those arms up over your head. Reach. So the arms aren't touching the ground. The arms are about in line with your ears. Chin down towards your sternum. Inhale. Bring your arms, head, and chest up. Take your hands, interlace your fingers, and just let your head rest back into that basket. Just hold. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower your head back. So this time as we bring the head up, we're going to bring one leg up. Inhale, exhale to lift, bring one leg up. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep the pelvis level. Do 4, 3, 2. Lower the head and lower the foot. Let's do the other side. As you lift the head, raise the left leg. Hold 10, 9. Make sure the pelvis is level. 6, 5. Slide the shoulders in. 3, 2. Lower down. Both legs are going to come up now. Inhale, exhale. Lift both legs up. Hold 10, 9, 8. Keep the pelvis level. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And lower back. Keep the legs up this time. As you come up with the head and chest, you're going to extend the legs out, kind of to a lying or a flat lying boat position. Inhale, exhale, and extend both legs out. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend the knees and lower back. So as we move this time, we're going to get those legs to move just a little bit. So you'll start with the legs a little higher, and then you'll lower them down for those numbers, those increments. So inhale, exhale, lift the head and chest, legs go up, lower the legs down for 10, and back up, and 9, and back up, and 8, and 7. If you need to, you can lower your head back. 6, but that means you also might need to lower the distance or change the distance of your legs. Do 4 more. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. 3 and 2. Last one. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the knees in and lower the head. Nice. So nice variation, nice way to progress into some nice stabilizing core motions. So we're going to do kind of a similar thing, kind of knees into the chest. So hands behind the head. Exhale, head and chest lift. Right knee and left knee come to a tabletop position. Drop your knees to your right and center. Left and center. To the right, center, and left. Center. 2 more each side. Last one here. And left. Good. Lower your head back down. So obviously when the head comes up and the knees start to move, you don't want to go too far because you're not trying to tip over and correct. It's all about trying to keep that balance side to side and work as deep as you can into that rotation while you're keeping the upper part of the body as anchored as you can. So let's do it again. Take your arms up and over your head reach. Arms are just inside your eye line. Exhale, arms, head, and chest lift. And so you're holding your back of your head with your hands. Inhale, bring your right knee and left knee up to a tabletop position. This time we're going to take both legs over your hips and then drop both legs to your right and center and left and center. So if you want to go back to the knees bent, go for it. And left. Do 5 more. Watch that those shoulders don't creep up. You've got 3 more. And 2. Last one each side, to the right and to the left. Hold center, hold 10, 9. Lift the chest up more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend the knees and lower back. Hold those knees into your chest. So we're going to take the movement and get it a little bit more dynamic. So we're going to roll the legs around to the right, and then we'll take the legs back around to the other side. We'll do 5 each side. Starting with the feet on the ground, take the arms up over the head reach. Get those arms so you can slide those shoulders in. Inhale, arms, head, and chest. Arms come down by your legs. Just kind of get those shoulders now pulled in. Bring your hands behind your head. Right knee and left knee to tabletop. Both legs up towards the sky. Drop both legs to your right. Half circle your legs around to your left. And then back to center. Both legs to your left. Half circle both legs around to your right. And then center. Right. Exhale. And center. Left. Exhale. And center. And again, this is 3. Around. And center. And 2. You can put your head down if you need to. And center. You can put your arms down if you need to. All the way around. And center. And around. You've got your last one here. Over to your right. Half circle. And center. And left. Half circle. And center. Real well. Good. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug, little squeeze, little love. And then roll yourself back. Drop your right knee and left knee, foot to the ground. Shift your hips over, and let's just roll to one side. So we're going to start with a side plank on your forearm. Legs are out side by side. Stacking the ankles, the hardest part about stacking the ankles is it puts more shear force onto the hips, onto that lower back. So having the foot stacked so the feet step on the other foot is probably the better way to go. It creates more connection through the inner thigh, and you have to force the bottom foot to press up into the top foot. And so it keeps that tensional energy all the way through the entire body. So shoulder pull back into the side, press through both feet, take your top arm up as it's comfortable, hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, tap the ground and come back up for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and last one, hold up, take your hand behind your head, drop your hand to your fist, and up, do 4, and 3, and 2, and last one, take your hand up, place your hand on your hip, drop your hip down, and back up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, hold up, drop your knees, and let's turn to the other side. You know, when you add 3 things together, it's like, oh yeah, she'll just have us sit there for a second. It's like, oh no, we're adding on immediately. All right, remember, sandwich those feet, heel to toes, pull the armpit in to tighten the shoulder so you're not pushing into the top head of the shoulder. Torso nice and tall. Lift those hips up as you can. Top arm up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Tap the ground for 5, and 4, and 3, 2, and last one. Hand behind the head. Drop your elbow to your fist. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and last one. And let's do a hip drop and back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bend the knees and drop in. Let's return to the first side, and we'll repeat that whole thing over again. Kind of now you know what's coming up. Now you know what you can go. You know, I think I'm gonna have to back out of this one. This one's not really for me, so I'm just gonna let you guys do this one. You know, you wouldn't want to show off or do more than you could do. All right, shoulders back, armpit tight, hips are nice and high, top arm is up. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and tap the ground for 5, and 4, 3, 2, last one. Put your hand behind your head and elbow to your fist. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And then hand on your hip, hip drop, and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bend the knees, and let's switch to the second side. Hold 5, tap 5, elbow 5, hip drop 5. Let's go in 3, 2, and come up. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap down for 5, and back up, and 4, and 3, 2, and last one. All the way up. Hand behind that head. Rotate and lift. Rotate and lift. 3, 2, and last one. Hand on your hip, hip drop. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, bend the knees. Let's come on up. Let's come onto our back again. Feet out in front, hands out in, or arms out in front, and you'll roll back into your back. Take your arms up and overhead, circle your arms around, and come back up. And again, roll back 5 times. Exhale, and 4, reverse crunch. You're only going as far as you can stabilize yourself. Roll back and come up. Roll back and come up. You've got 5 more. Roll and come up. And 3. Last 2. And last one. Hold. Circle those arms around. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go all the way back into the mat. Bring those feet in. Bring your knees up. Good. And then legs straight up over the hips. Just sink those hips down. Just feel that stretch in the back of the legs. Take your arms up and overhead, and then reach up and touch your shins. Lower down slow. So we're not trying to fling ourselves up. Hands up and reach high on those shins. Lower down and reach up. 10. Exhale, 9. Keep the tailbone down. And 7. And 6. And 5. And 4. And 3, last 2, and last 1. Good, bend those knees, and let's turn for some planks. So we'll start on the forearms, then we'll work our way to a push-up position, single arm moves, and some single leg moves. So let's come into a forearm position. Palms can be down, or thumbs can be up. The nice thing about the forearms is that you can really work the shoulders here, and you can really train the muscles of the back and shoulders a little bit more than in some ways on your hands, because the hands become the focus of the push-up plank. So if your forearms are on the ground, I want you to think of pulling your elbows out, even though they may not actually go anywhere. So you can turn your palms up and kind of think about pointing those thumbs away from each other, or thumbs pointing up, and just kind of pressing in and kind of pushing into the ground. So let's come onto those elbows, stack those shoulders, extend your right leg and left, and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Just drop your hips. If you need to reset, reset. Let's come back up, and then we're going to roll to your left and roll to your right. Roll to your left and to your right. Breathe in. 8, and 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last one, each side. Hold center and drop. Let's come up to the push-up position, and you'll just hold a regular push-up plank. Remember, the hands are on the ground as if you're opening up a pickle jar, a sauce jar of some sort. You want the shoulders to be the reaction to that. So you're stirring from the top of your shoulders, your hands into the ground. Grab the ground with your hands, so your hands are a little bit of a claw instead of just pushing into your palms. So stir those elbows, head and chest is forward, and let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and knees down. So you're going to do a hand to shoulder. We'll do 5 by 5, right hand to left shoulder, or right hand to left palm, or right hand just pulls up is fine as well. Back into plank, and let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then down. So from here we're going to do a plank to pike with a reach back to the shin. So you'll be into push-up position, and you're going to reach back, then come back to the plank. Let's go for 5 each side. 5, and 4, and 3, last 2, last one each side. Hold the top of the push-up and come back down. All right, all the way onto your belly. Now, if you have something awesome, just within your reach, great. If you don't, it's no big deal. It just gives you a marker. I accidentally just happen to have this out here. Oh, I just happened to have it. It's like those baking shows. Oh, I just happened to have a finished product in the oven. So you're gonna have your hands together out in front of you, and you're gonna take your hands up and over. So you're in kind of a Superman position. So arms are out, head and chest is up. Take your hands and start them on one side. If you have nothing, then you're just kind of envisioning the fact that you're taking your hands up and over something. So hold here, pick your hands up and over, up and over, up and over, up and over. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, each side. Good. Let's come back to our forearms, holding that forearm plank, holding in 3, 2, and 1. 5, 4, 3, 2. You actually have 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and let's shoulder soft. 5, 4, 3, 2. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Let's come up to a push-up, and we'll just hold that push-up plank. Almost done, guys. Almost done with this part. Hold that plank. Head and chest is forward. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then hinge. Come back and hold that push or that downward facing dog. As you come forward this time, bring the knee to the opposite elbow. So knee to the opposite elbow and back to that downward facing dog. Knee to the opposite elbow and to downward facing dog. Here's 2 here. 3. And 4. And 5. And then knees down, hips down, and we'll do this one more time. Again, if you have something, great. If you don't have something, great. So if you can, lift your legs up. If you can, keep that head and chest as tall as you can as well. Nature. All right, arms start to one side. Let's go. Lift up and over for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Nice job. Good. Shifting all the way back into your butt, and sinking back, chin towards your sternum. Bring your hands up about half to a third of the way. Walk both hands to your right, and then sink back again. Inhale, bring your head up. Walk both hands all the way to your left, and then sink into your right. Pick your head up, walk both of your hands center. Take your left hand through, reach it all the way through, bring your head forward so your head is on the ground. Move your hand back so it's more in line with your chin, and push yourself slightly back towards your left hip. Staying here, if you can, take your right hand or top hand up. Take that top hand down right in front of the crease of the elbow. Push yourself up. And then let's do the other side. Breathing, reach through, lower your head, slide the hand down so it's about in line with your forearm, and push yourself towards your right shoulder. Breathing. There's not a lot of weight on your head, and then as you can, take that left arm up. Palm should be facing away from your head. Your thumb should be turned towards your head. Take the top arm down, Brace yourself up. Round the back, chin towards your sternum. Inhale, lift your tailbone, lift your head. Think of the movement as beginning your pelvis, tuck the pelvis, ribs come in, round the mid-back, let the head drop, chin towards the sternum. Then again, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, shoulders pull away from the ears, bring the sternum forward and bring the head up. Again, from the pelvis, tuck the pelvis, pull the navel in, round the back, push the ground away, between your shoulder blades, drop your head. And again, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, pull the sternum forward, and bring your head up. Once more, tuck your pelvis first, round, chin towards your sternum, push the ground away, head between the shoulders, inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift your chest, and look forward. Sit back into your heels, your head and chest is up, and just nod that head again. And then add a look around to your left, look around to your right, and to your left, and to your right, and to your left, and right. Two more left. Breathing, and right. Good. Shift forward, sweep your legs around. So you're kind of in a Z position. Now if you did with me, the stretchy super fit session on Friday, I was wiped, totally out of it, tired, couldn't do another fitness session again where I was just running around. And so I thought, you know what, they probably need this too. So we just did stretch and so on and mobility. So we're going to do something similar, not quite exactly the same, but we'll kind of go through progression similar to what we did on Friday. So start with your legs in a 90-90. So a 90-90 is the top line lines up to the top line of my mat. That's that first 90 degrees. The second 90 degrees is my shin or my knee to my thigh, 90, and then I've got 90 and 90 back here. So all around this whole 90-degree thing going on here. Just sit up as tall as you can, hold, breathe, and then just begin to move yourself forward. Now notice my ankle, it's not collapsed. I want to be up on the knife edge of my foot. My knee may or may not be down. I can press down and see if I can get that hip to open a little bit more. Press down. Good. Bring the hand further forward, the other hand out in front. Keep that chest up. Now, as we go further forward, you may find an end point that's further than, or that's closer than mine. That's totally fine, because I'm going down one more layer down here. Watch this back knee. It likes to shoot in when we do this. And then I'm going to see if I can get my other elbow down too, without kind of distorting or putting all my weight on one arm. But I'm going to try to evenly weight out both of my arms. And then I'm going to slowly walk my elbows all the way to my upper thigh. And then open my chest, take my top arm up, and then take my top arm over. From that reach, roll that top hip up, and then roll down towards the ground. So I'm turning all the way towards the ground on the long edge of the thigh. Keep that back knee and foot flat to the ground. Rotate and turn to come back up with the arm extended. Take the top arm up kind of as a lead, come out of that bottom arm. Body is nice and tall, chest is lifted, and then you're going to turn towards your back leg. Get nice and tall, lengthen the spine, and then come back to center. So what I want you to do is, I want you to try to bring this leg forward, all the way forward, bring it all the way in front just like that, and then you're going to bring it all the way back around with as little tilting as possible. So you're going to bring this back leg forward, keep it off the ground as best you can, and then sit. So you're on your sit bone here, and then you're going to take that same leg and you're going to take it back behind you. So I've got my hand on my knee, because if I don't, it just wants to pop up and assist me in kind of making do for the weakness or the lack of movement in the hip. So again, press that hand there. I'm not holding it down too hard. I'm just giving it a reminder. And I'm going to try to not tilt too far out of the way as I bring that leg nice and foot doesn't Good. And then take that leg back all the way around. Good. And then let's go. Swing that leg all the way in. Let's do the other side. So in some ways that back leg almost gets as much work or more on that than the front leg does. So let's sit nice and tall. Find your 90-90. Back heel, chest is lifted. You can feel like, I can feel like my inner hip, my groin isn't as open as much as it needs to be. I'm really sitting off the ground here. I want to sit up as tall as I can and really work that length to see if I can get it off the ground. Or back on the ground rather. And then slowly I'm going to shift forward, getting my weight over the front of that leg. Again, making sure my knees don't creep towards my heel. And then further, just a little bit deeper forward. Bring those elbows to the ground. Breathe. And then let's walk the elbows all the way around the front thigh, as far as you can go, and then roll the body up. Take the top arm up. Also notice my elbow, I'm trying to keep it in line with my shoulder so I don't sink into it, so my forearm is parallel also to a line of the mat. Top arm comes up, getting this nice stretch up the side waist here. Get long, get that back knee down. Get this front knee down as best you can. And then take that top arm overhead and roll towards the ground. Watch that back knee and wants to slide forward to help you. Breathing. Feel that wrapping rotation all the way from your hip all the way up and around your back line. Feels great. Rotate back. Take your top arm over your head. Now, to be very clear, stretching should not be painful, but stretching might have tension in it. Good. Take that top arm up, push into your hand, bring yourself all the way up, sit as tall as you can. So there's a difference to a certain degree between pain and tension. It's tolerable pressure, tolerable pain. Because of course your pain is your pain, my pain's my pain, and I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into my pain, or I don't want to get into your pain. And then you got a lot of pain that I don't need to be fussing with. It's way above my pay grade. Turn toward your back knee. But again, if you're just in pain and it's just like, oh, I love the pain, it's probably too much. You need to pull back just a little bit. Breathing. Good. And then come forward. So again, we're going to do that movement of that hip. Take your hand out. See if you can keep your hand on your knee. Lift your hip up and bring your foot forward without putting your foot on the ground. And then again, pick that foot up. Swing your foot behind you as best you can. And again, tip if you need to. I'm trying not to. And then bring that foot forward. And then pull that leg around. So if you remember all that around the world stuff we did, if you don't, go back and look at it. It's pretty good, cool work on noticing and moving those hip joints. 2 more. Pull that leg all the way back. Try not to move as much as possible. And then again, pull that leg back in front. Good. And go ahead and take the leg all the way back. See, my left hip is quite tight there. And then I'm putting my right hand on the ground. And let's swing both legs to the right and then swing both legs to the left. Kind of let the butt cheeks get some kind of love down there. So roll on them. All the way to the right. All the way roll to the left. 2 more to the right and left. And 1 more to the right and left. Just going to do just like a windshield wiper. Bring both feet forward and then just drop both knees to the left and to the right. Those inner hips may feel pretty warmed up. Do 4 and 3, 2 more, and last one. Good. We'll lay on the ground. And I want you to do arms up at a T, nice and tall. And then you're going to keep those arms right anchored to the ground. Bring your right knee up. Take that right foot as far away from your midline as you can. And then bring the right knee back and down. Left knee comes up. Roll left hip, extend, reach across your mat. Keep your left shoulder down. Bring your left knee in and up and back down. And again, right knee, roll and reach. Keep that right shoulder down. And then knee in and then down. Left knee into your chest. Roll and reach. Knee in and down. One more time. Each side. Right knee and roll. And then left knee and roll. Good. Hold center. Take those arms up. Same idea with the arms. And then you're going to pick the head up first though and reach. I want you to reach as far across, almost like you're laying on your arm. Reach away, almost like you'd roll all the way to your belly, but you don't quite. And then roll back. Pick your head up and reach and roll. And then back. Head up and reach way across that midline. And then roll back. Head up first. Look where you're going. At a diagonal across the midline. One more time. Pick your head up and reach. Try not to move those legs. Last time here. Pick your head up and reach. And then back down. Good. Go ahead and walk your feet in so your shins are more vertical. Bring one knee in at a time into your chest. Stir your knees clockwise or counterclockwise. You might have opened up a little bit of something in those hips. Go back and do some of these movements again later on, even if it's just rolling from side to side. Those quarter rolls look great for the spine. And then go counterclockwise, knee rolls. And bring those knees into your chest. Hug the knees into your chest, head to your knees, and then let's just rock ourselves up. And we are done today, guys. Well done. Little core, little restore. Go back, visit one or both of them, work on those movements, control, connect, and stabilize. Have a great day. Let's stay strong and able until we see you again under the tree. I'll talk to you guys later.